And welcome to another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist. I am your host, Dennis Richkovsky. Some of you recognize me as the co-owner of Flip Flops Donuts here in Emerald Isle, and some of you know me as your broker of real estate, who specializes in waterfront and water view properties located along the Crystal Coast, on bogue banks, and in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. This week's episode is all about answering the question, what exactly do I mean when I say the Crystal Coast? If you vacation here occasionally, live here permanently, or are planning one or both, knowing what is the Crystal Coast is a story worth telling. Before I begin, please go below and subscribe to my channel or hit the subscribe button that appears at the end of this episode. There are many ways to define the Crystal Coast, and geography is one of them. The Crystal Coast is located in Carteret County in southeast North Carolina. The Crystal Coast is an 85-mile stretch of coastline and beaches, with the Cape Lookout natural seashore defining the eastern extent and the New River outlet to the southwest marking its western limit. The 85 miles in between contain among the most unique and spectacular waterfront and water view vistas on the East Coast. Ask me how, I know. These beaches are the only south-facing beaches. Second, over one half of the 85 miles of beaches are protected from future development. And third, the Crystal Coast is one of the two closest land masses to the Gulf Stream current. And this has a positive impact on water temperature and fishing. The absolute boundaries of the Crystal Coast may be up for debate, but in my opinion, the main areas include all of the developed beaches located on bogue banks. It also includes the eastern reaches of Carteret County, including Harker's Island, Shackleford Banks, and down east, as well as Bear Island and Hammocks Beach to the west. The Crystal Coast also includes the port cities of Beaufort, Morehead City, and Swansboro. The core Sound shoreline communities east of Beaufort are known as down east areas of North Carolina. As the down east is part of Carteret County, I include it in my definition of the Crystal Coast. Thus, Ocracoke is the nearest neighbor to the north and east. South and west of the Crystal Coast is an undeveloped stretch of coastline around the mouth of the New River that is part of the Camp Lejeune military base in Jacksonville. The next developed area to the south is Topsail Island in Onslow County. Now that you know where the Crystal Coast is, it is important to know how to get here. The Crystal Coast is serviced by several regional airports, one in Jacksonville, another in Wilmington, and a third in New Bern, all within an hour's drive. The nearest international airport, Raleigh-Durham International, is about 2.5 hours away. The major highways in the Crystal Coast area are U.S. Highway 70, which is being upgraded as we speak to interstate status. When construction is complete, the new road will be designated Interstate 42 and will connect the Crystal Coast to Interstate 40. In the meanwhile, tourists and vacationers have to make do with U.S. Highway 70 and NC Highways 58, 24, and 101 to drive in and around the Crystal Coast. Coming by boat, simply enter the intercoastal waterway somewhere between Portsmouth, Virginia, and Key West, Florida, and the Big Ditch will get you to Crystal Coast, North Carolina. Crystal Coast, also known as the Southern Outer Banks, comprises 11 distinct communities, each with its own character, history, activities, and attractions. To the east, we have Down East, Harker's Island, and Cape Lookout. which are fairly rural waterfront communities. The area's salt marshes are perfect for bird watching, and the waters provide great clamming, shrimping, and crabbing opportunities, as well as light tackle fishing. If you seek tranquility and an affordable price, punch your ticket down east. Something a little less sedate, the middle of the Crystal Coast contains the communities of Morehead City, Beaufort, and Newport. These towns offer many common conveniences, enticing eateries, health care, along with a generous dose of local flavor. Seeking sun and fun? Go west to the island communities of Atlantic Beach, Indian Beach, Salter Path, Pine Knoll Shores, and Emerald Isle. Located on bogue banks, these towns greet thousands and thousands of visitors and vacationers, offering 25 miles of pristine shoreline. A shoreline that gives the Crystal Coast its name. These same towns offer numerous lodging options and convenient access to the spectacular Atlantic Ocean, which is eager to satisfy your every aquatic adventure. With more than 85 miles of enticing coastline, the Crystal Coast is a magnet for people who need to be near the water. Whether you fish offshore, inshore, or from the surf or pier, the Crystal Coast is a true angler's paradise. With our proximity to the Gulf Stream, you can charter a boat to hunt for a hookup with a world-famed blue marlin, or hire a local guide to seek out the best spot for catching a prized drum or false albacore. Boaters will marvel at the beautiful vistas on our waterways, from the ocean side to the inland waterways of our bays, sounds, and rivers. You can anchor near the foot of the Cape Lookout Light, find your own private beach, or just chill and watch the Shackleford horses roam the banks. If you are into water sports, there is no better playground than the Crystal Coast. Ask me how I know. Sail on a catamaran or a parasail over our crystal blue-green waters. Paddle a kayak on the Sound. Surf our waves. Windsurf or kite on our expansive waterways, or stand-up paddle through our marshes. Or dive our underwater marine wrecks. Fishing, boating, water sports. The Crystal Coast has you covered. So there you have it. You've now heard my Guide to the Crystal Coast 101. You now know where the Crystal Coast is located, how to get here by plane, car, or boat, and you know how to enjoy the 85 miles of shoreline once you get here. Over the next several weeks, I will make deeper dives into where you can live when you fall in love with this place, the Crystal Coast, like I have. In the meanwhile, to learn more about real estate here along the Crystal Coast, go to my website, www.eihomesforsale.com, and subscribe to my blog. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at the end of this video. Text your email address to 919-308-2292 to receive my newsletter. Stay well and stay safe, and return next week to the same bat channel at the same bat time of 9 a.m. on Thursday for another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist.